Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to Fog's World. Well, as you can probably tell from the title of this episode, today is going to be something very, very special. And I've been thinking about how to do this for a long, long time and when to do it. And for many reasons, I think today's the day. The time is right. Now, I'm really sorry that this episode's a little late. Hopefully, when you see what I've got going today, you'll forgive me, because doing this episode took a lot more time than a normal Fog's World episode. There were a lot of things that had to come together to make this episode happen. So, in case it isn't completely obvious from the title of the episode, today will be the last episode of Fog's World Season 2. This is our grand finale. This is it. This is what I've been building up to. Isn't it exciting? Yeah, of course it's exciting. Oh my. And like I said, I've been building up for this for a while, trying to figure out when to do it and how to do it. I have done pretty much everything in this world that I wanted to do. Oh, my iron golems died. I've done about everything I ever wanted to do in this world. I'm running out of things to build here. I pretty much have everything. And what do you give someone who gives everything? Why, you give them a break. And we've been for quite a while now starting to find it harder and harder to do projects in this world because we've got access to pretty much everything we wanted. Another main reason this episode was so late, though, is I've been gathering materials. Oh, I've been gathering a ton of materials. Let me show you what I've got here. I've got something big planned for this episode, and I'm going to reveal what that is here at the end of the episode. But for now, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at what I got planned here. Run, 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 run. We're going to do a couple of things a little different, though, in this episode. Up until now, Fog's World has strictly been no mods, no cheats, survival Minecraft, with regen disabled, although for the last several episodes that hasn't mattered much since I have beacons now. But I've done a ton of resource gathering, and I'm ready to build something very, very big. And let me show you. I've got tons of materials that I've been gathering here. Lots of stuff, and I've got a very big build planned. I'll show you what it is at the end of the episode. Now, for this episode, I want us to take a little bit of a world tour. But in order for us to really get a good sense of what went on in Fog's World over the last couple of seasons, I think we really need the power of flight. So let's see if we can't get off the ground. What we really need is we need a little bit of faith, a little bit of pixie dust. We're gonna give this a little try here. See if I can get up off the ground. No, that isn't going to work. We need a little more altitude than that. No, not working. How about this one? Okay, that's good, but that's still not quite what I'm looking for. All right, well, you know what we have to do. We need a little more altitude. Let's see if we can make this work. Over here. Here we go. I think, let's see, where is it? It's right there. I think I can hit that. All right, let's see. Here we go. We're going to get some altitude this time. Boom! Hey, it worked! Ha ha! It worked! Now I think we're ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, Welcome to Fog's World Season 2. So let's take a tour of some of the things that we've done this season. That is the Cathedral of Light, or the Catedral da Luz in Portuguese. We decided to make this village our home base here. And along with the cathedral, we've built melon farms, we've built a massive underground storage system with an auto sorting system. That's the mob grinder we've just flown through. And our most recent build, at the top of this giant elevator, is a rainbow sheep farm. It's beautiful. I'm super happy with how this turned out. Now that wool is going to produce a lot of the stuff that you're going to see later this afternoon. I put it to good use. Down below we have the sorting system, and here is the lumber mill, a gigantic auto-harvesting tree farm. Out in the desert, we built an ice maker. We built a squid farm. Underneath the ice maker, we have some extreme hills. And down underneath the extreme hills, below that elevator over there, we built a gigantic mine. And then we converted the mine into a pretty darn cool passive mob farm for slimes. This is where I did most of the mining for all the things that you see in Fog's World. At least Fog's World Season 2. This is the bottom of our witch farm. One of my rules in Fog's World has always been no cheats, no mods. Every block in all of these creations has been placed by hand by me. This witch farm turned out to be super productive. By building the spawn platform way up at the top of this giant item elevator, or building the AFK platform at the top of this giant elevator, I was able to get the player character far enough away from most of the ground that I didn't actually have to light up a whole lot. And it was very successful. It produced a lot of drops. Most of those chests are full. So let's head into the Nether. So I built a little network of Nether tunnels. This was a relatively simple Nether hub here in Season 2. But I did open it all the way up through the Nether, through the bedrock, all the way up into the ceiling. And down below here, I built a really cool Nether hub. So that stairway goes all the way up above the bedrock, and then that right there is a minecart elevator that is the fastest way up above the bedrock. Up above the bedrock, I built a railroad back to Season 1, and I also built this huge gold farm that uses iron golems to kill all of the pigmen, as well as any ghasts that might spawn in there. Now at the end of one of the roads here in Season 2, we found a nether fortress. And I took that nether fortress and converted it into a wither skeleton farm. And that right there is the bottom of the wither skeleton farm. And zooming around over here, that's the top. And you can see I went and slabbed everything that I could find, and I actually did a pretty good job of it, apparently. One of the nice things about spectator mode is you can see what you missed. These here are some blaze farms. That was the original blaze farm in Season 2. And this over here is the new, more advanced blaze farm in Season 2. Now let's go back in time a bit. Way back at the beginning of Season 1, this is where we started. Right now there's a potion factory here. But back in the day, this was where we got our very first tools. Our little wooden tools and a little bit of stone. And then we began looking for a suitable place to live. And that very first day, we ran into this jungle temple right here, which I've since come back and lit up. So we wandered off in this direction for quite a ways before eventually settling here. This was the initial base in Season 1 of Fog's World. As you can see, it has a lovely lookout platform that we use to find Endermen. It has a moat to keep the bad guys out, which kept most everybody out. Underneath was a mine. We had a little sugarcane farm. We've got some horses. Then eventually we sailed off in this direction, found this lonely little island right here, which I lit up, and then right nearby, this was the Season 1 sky base. This is where we built our first home in Season 1. Eventually we built an iron golem farm around this with 6 spawn platforms for iron golems. It has a tree farm, it has potion factory, it has a mini pocket farm, it has storage, it has melon farms, it has a chicken farm, it has beacons, and then if we come way down here under the water, we built a really cool little undersea garden that's got lots of little mini biomes in it. It's got a farm, it's got animals. It has a very cool drainage system. If you go underneath, all the water channels drain into this gigantic storage system, which was originally going to be an auto-sorting storage system, but which I never quite finished. Over here, we have the silverfish cannery, which would store up silverfish in those blocks right below there. We got our sand from that pit right next to this sand village right out here. This was quite a ways away. Season 1 was built in a world that had large biomes, so the distances that we had to cover were quite vast. As you can see, we did a lot of mining there as well. That was our first ice tray for harvesting ice. And there was the little vignette that I created for the holiday video, the first season holiday video. In the Nether, we built pork towers, our gigantic zombie pigmen farming tool for getting gold. This gold farm still works perfectly today. It was incredibly effective, very productive. I was really happy with it. If we dive down underneath Pork Towers, we opened up the bedrock to get below, and underneath we have the original Nether hub with rails leading off in all directions. This was a much more elaborate Nether hub. It had a little ender pearl elevator underneath, and it had easy access to the end. And here we have our Enderman farm. Very effective Enderman farm, which I later converted to work in such a fashion that I could use TNT to kill all the Endermen. Another thing we built in the Nether in Season 1 was the Scream Machine. This was a farm for harvesting gas tiers. Unfortunately, it broke in Season 2. But that's okay, by then I had plenty of gas tiers. And one of the last projects we built in Season 1 was this witch farm right over here. High efficiency witch farm complete with sorting chests and a lovely drop kill mechanism. And it even had a lovely railroad that would take us all the way around this thing using an X-ray system, which unfortunately they broke when they broke X-ray machines. And that takes us back home. And that brings us back to Season 2. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the little trip down memory lane. I know I did. Yeah, we've done a lot of stuff here in this world. We started in Season 1, built a pile of stuff. Then we decided to start fresh in Season 2, but we kept a link back to the old world. I don't know if we're going to do that this time. In fact, I'm pretty sure we won't. I think we're going to start completely fresh in Season 3. But let's talk about that more in a little bit. What I want to talk about now is today's project. So for today's project, I'm going to be doing some building over in this area right here. And rather than have you watch me build it this way, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a big time lapse. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to load up with some materials, and then we'll get started. And it'll be time-lapse time, guys. Well, guys, the time has come. This is indeed the end of Season 2. But I'm not going away forever. I'm going to take a short hiatus. Well, it might be an extended hiatus. I'm not going to promise. I'm not going to promise how long I'll be away. But with 1.9 coming and the holidays coming, and I've been getting very, very busy at work, very busy at home with the holidays coming, I really need a break. I need to take a break from this. So I'm going to take a break from the Let's Play for a while. I will come back with Season 3 pretty soon. Stay tuned. It won't be too long. I promise. I won't keep you waiting too long. But I am going to take a break for a while first. I'll probably continue to post the occasional video here and there. But it won't be a Let's Play for a while. So stay tuned to this channel for more news. I'm not going away forever. I promise I will be back. And one final word before I leave. Thank you all so much for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in every week. And thank you for sticking with me through all the ups and downs that go along with a Let's Play and trying to balance this with my other life. One of the big reasons I do this is because I get so many good comments and so much feedback from people who tell me they enjoy what I do. It's very flattering. So in closing, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching and thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for Season 3 coming soon. Tell all your friends and tell all your enemies to come and watch Fog's World. Season 3. It's gonna be great.